What's going on, y'all? In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Google Drive folder automatically from a GoHighLevel form fill natively. That means without using Zapier or Make or any other sort of third-party tool, just high-level Google Drive and the built-in Appscript. Before I do that, I want to just show you a use case. This is how I use it personally, but once you're able to create this process, you can use it for other organizational purposes. You can use it for your clients. You can use it to upload documents and just do whatever it is that you need to do with it. So basically, when we bring on a client for our Facebook ads management plus the, automation stuff that we tie into the ads or the websites or whatever, we have an intake form that looks like this. This intake form gets filled out by every single client, and this form is actually very important because this form right here is what kicks everything off. Once the client fills out this form, we automatically build out a high-level account for them based on the information that we've got on this form. Our team gets notification. We start the A2P verification process. We have all the things that we need in order to kick off this account. And one of those things that we need to do is get media oftentimes from our clients. So in order for that to happen, we need an automatic folder to be created inside of Google Drive with a shareable link that has the proper permission so that we can automatically send an email to our clients with the folder so they can just drag and drop all their media in the folder so that we have access to it, and that speeds up the entire process. So the moment this form gets filled out, we head on over to Google Drive where I have a client folder and all of my clients live in here by business name. Okay, so I went ahead and split the screen so you guys can kind of really see this happening in real time. Here is the onboarding form that we've got. And I filled it out just like a normal client would, first name, last name, etc. What's important here for me in my use case is that I want the folder to be to come across and be built with the client's actual business name. So this company name is what I am defining as the name of the folder structure within GDrive. So the moment the client fills this out, I will go ahead and click submit, and they get a thank you message. And then on the right hand side, we should see that folder created and populated inside of our drive. So now you can see here, I don't know if you noticed that, but you can rewind the video if you want to. But now we have a new folder called .demo, which is exactly what we named our folder from the intake form. I also want the contact record to be inside of high-level, which obviously it's a high-level form. But if I click on that actual contact record, there should be a custom field that is got the actual folder URL. So you can kind of see that this is the Google Drive folder that is in here, so that we can open it, we can add things to it ourselves, we can look at all the media, we can do whatever we want with this now that it's in a custom field. And because we've actually integrated this with high-level, we can now see inside the media storage the actual folder for our client, where we can click it, look at media, put things in ourselves, and it's going to sync back and forth with Google. Now let me walk through the entire setup here from scratch so you guys can see it. The very first thing that you're going to do inside of your high-level account is go to sites and then go to form, and make sure that you have an intake form, whatever it is that's going to actually trigger the creation of that folder. In my case, it is a form. You can use other different things, whatever you want, but I'm going to show you guys what this form looks like. All right, so I went ahead and built an intake form for this demo. I removed a bunch of options in here. I'm just going to have first name, last name, email, and company name. And to be quite frank with you, the only thing that matters really is this company name, because that's the field that I'm using to identify the folder with. Now, if you wanted your folder to be customer first name or whatever it is that you want, you can just kind of define that in your app scripts, and I'm going to show you how it all works. All right, so now that you have your form created, we are going to go to our Google Drive, and in this case, I've got a brand new Drive account, and I'm going to create a folder. I'm just going to create a folder and label this clients. I want to create an actual folder field for the URL to be saved inside of high-level. So I'm just going to go back to my high-level account. I am going to go to settings, and from settings, I'm going to click on custom fields. Inside of custom fields, I'm just going to add a custom field, label it just single line. The object that I typically choose is contact, and the field name is just for me, Google Drive folder URL. You could name this whatever you want. The actual folder is going to be inside of the contact record, and I don't really put anything in the description. All I do is just create that custom field right there. The next step is actually opening up Appscript and setting things up, and we're going to be going back and forth between GoHighLevel and Google, but it should be fairly easy for you guys to follow along. So now what you want to do is inside of your drive, you want to click on new, and from new you want to go down to where it says more, and you want to select Google Appscript. Once you open up Appscript, I typically just label my project right away, and in this case I labeled it, GHL drive folder creator. Now right here where we have the code.js section, this is where you're going to put your script to tell Google to create the folder automatically for you. Now what I have done is actually written the script for you. It's going to be in the description of this video. All you need to do is copy and paste it in here in order to have the exact same setup that I'm showing you. Now obviously you can go back and edit this code. If you're not very good with it, you can throw it into Claude or ChatGPT and tell it that you want some changes to happen, and it will write the code for you if you don't know what you're doing in here. Now one of the things that we are going to enable in here at first is going to be the very top. It's going to say parent folder ID. This is the actual ID of the folder where we want the subfolders to live in. So what you want to do is you want to go back to your Google Drive, and you want to find the actual on the drive, click the client folder or whatever that folder is, and you want to copy the numbers that are after path right there. So at the very top, just copy and paste this, and then go back to your Google Appscripts and copy it and paste it within those quotation marks right there. This means that from this point on, anything that's in this code will reference this parent ID folder. And I want to walk you through a couple things in here just so that you're clear on what happens in here. So the very first thing that it's going to happen, it is going to have a folder check. So if there is a folder that exists with that same client name, it will not create that folder again. So it's going to be a duplicating, default checking mechanism so that I don't end up with duplicate folders. The next thing that it's going to do is if it does detect that that folder does not exist, it will go ahead and create that folder along with a few other things that I want to happen. I want to have the permissions of that folder set to share all, and I want to make sure that the person who clicks the folder or gets the folder link has access to be able to upload information to the folder, and they're not requesting access from us as well. Before you go any further, we're going to leave everything alone the way it is, and we're going to come back to our GoHighLevel account. You're going to click on the main section of GoHighLevel, and you're going to go to automations. Inside of automations, we're going to create a new automation, and we're going to build everything from scratch. So click start from scratch, and I'm just going to label this GHL to drive. So the very first thing that we need here is a trigger. What is actually going to kick off this event? I'm going to click on a new trigger, and it's actually a form fill. So form, submit it. I'm going to drag and drop it in there, and I'm going to just select the form that I want as the trigger. In this case, my form is the intake form, and then click save. So now every time this form gets filled, something is going to happen. The next thing is going to be add an action. I'm going to click on the plus sign, and what we're looking for in here is a custom webhook. So we're going to take this custom webhook and we're going to drag and drop it right there. In the custom webhook section, you're going to leave everything as it is. We're going to leave custom as event type. We're going to leave post as the method. You can actually rename this whatever you want. You can name it Google Drive webhook, whatever. I'm just going to leave it like this for now. But what we want is to get a URL that we can plug inside of here from the Appscript section in order to connect the two. All right, so in order to do this, we're going back to the Appscript section and we're gonna click on deploy and you're gonna click on new deployment. Once the new deployment window opens up, you're gonna click on the select type, which is the gear icon, and we're gonna be choosing web app. Inside of the description, just label it, GHL folder creator or whatever it is that you want in here. In the option that says who has access, just pick anyone. Once you do this, you're going to click on deploy. Then what you want to do is just click authorize access. And once you've authorized access, you will see the deployment right here. What you want from here is to copy this web app URL, not the deployment ID, but you want the web app URL, and you want to go ahead and copy this URL here. Then you want to go back to your high-level workflow and you want to paste that in the custom URL section right there. I'm going to leave the actual payload in the description as well, so you can actually copy what I'm doing here. And basically what I want is for it to pull from the business name, have a contact ID, and create that folder. So once I do this, I'm going to go ahead and click save. Now, before we move any further, we got to go ahead and test this to make sure that we are on the right path. So the first thing that I do is just open my intake form, fill out the information in here. You can see that Big Mike is the company name. I'm going to go ahead and click submit that information there. Now, if everything works according to plan, we should see a folder inside of the drive that just popped up in here, Big Mike. And if we go back to the drive's root directory, we notice that we have a client folder, and that Big Mike folder should live inside of that folder itself, which you can see happening right then and there. So right now, as it stands, we have connected both applications. We have fully integrated it. We know that whenever a form gets filled in high-level, there's a field that kicks off the app scripts, and then it creates a subfolder inside of the actual client folder. Now, the final step is to actually get a few more pieces of information back. So in this webhook, there's actually nothing that's being saved. It's just an action to create a folder. But what we do want inside of high-level is you want to click open the custom webhook, and we want to click on save responses from this webhook, because what we want is to have a folder that is being, or a custom field that is being populated with information coming from Google Drive. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on save responses from webhook, and then I'm going to go to the test contact that we just created, and I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to save this action. Once I submit that, I can see that the header information gives me a success rate, and I can see that there's other things that we are now identifying, such as the folder name, such as folder ID, URL ID, contact ID, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and save this action. Now, the last thing is that we want that folder URL to be populated into the contact record. So what we want to do is we want to add another step in here, and we want to choose update. And that's going to be update contact field. Drag and drop it right there. We're going to select the action type, which is basically update field data. We're going to add a field, and you're going to choose the field that you created in the very first few steps of this process. So in my case, it's Google Drive folder. And then I'm going to tell it which field I want it to populate with. And so what I'm going to do is click on the little tag icon there, and I'm going to scroll down and look for the actual webhook section, which is custom webhook. I'm going to expand that, and inside custom webhook 1, I'm going to look for a response, and what I'm looking for is this folder URL. So folder URL will be there. Then I'm going to save this action and then save one more time, and we are complete. Now let's go back and test this again. Okay, we're going to create another contact, Elton John. Here's the email, here's the company name, and we're going to submit this form. So what should happen here is that we should see a folder populate in here called Elton John. You can see it populate in here, and at the same time, on high-level, it's capturing that webhook data, and it should take this folder URL that you see here and actually add it into the contact record with permissions to be able to have people just upload files to this folder. So if we go back to this section here, let's refresh our contact information. We see Elton John right there. If we expand that, we should see a folder with a link right there. So here is the full folder with our link. And because we can integrate Google Drive with the actual media storage of GoHighLevel, we are able to look for that folder inside of our media library as well for this specific sub account, so that we know that we have client data or whatnot inside of the media library without having for us to physically upload things and all that. This allows for our clients to be able to add big files, pictures, images, whatever it is that we need to run our Facebook ads successfully for them, or to work on their projects inside of that Google folder. If this was helpful, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. Most of y'all don't subscribe, it really does help the channel, and I'll see y'all on the next one.